Everyone, welcome back to our reading of A Galaxy of Her Own. We are learning about Poppy Northcutt today. She was an engineer, a lawyer, and I shouldn't say she was because she still is alive, and she was born in the USA in 1943, which is just 2 years before the Second World War ended, and she is still alive. Poppy Northcutt has spent her whole life breaking the mould. She studied maths at university, not just because she enjoyed it, but also because she saw it would help her to reach a higher paid role than those traditionally available to women. After graduating, she took her talent for maths to work at an aerospace company. Here she solved very difficult equations for the engineers who were working on software that calculated how to get spacecraft back from the moon. Poppy was fascinated by her work, so she asked lots of questions and even took the computer code home with her to study it at night. Before long, she was finding mistakes in the code and was promoted to engineer. Apollo 8 was the first mission that would take human beings to orbit the moon, a journey of about 240,000 miles and 4 days. During the flight, astronauts in a spacecraft are supported by a team of engineers in mission control, who monitor everything that is going on. They are a vital part of the mission, sending commands, solving problems, keeping the astronauts safe and well. The computer code that Poppy and her colleagues had been working on was used to calculate the trajectories for the Apollo 8 mission's return, so that's like the direction it was going. So they were chosen to give operational support. Poppy was the first female engineer to don a headset and work in mission control. Poppy and her team were rushed in to help when the disaster struck the Apollo 13 mission. The oxygen tank exploded, crippling the spacecraft, and the crew could no longer land on the moon as planned. Poppy and her colleagues had used their computer programs to quickly work out new trajectories for the spacecraft. Thanks to their lightning speed calculations, they devised a new path for the spacecraft to get back to Earth safely. Working at NASA, Poppy was aware that she was leading the charge for women in a historically male world. She was passionate about fighting for women's rights and decided to go into politics and law. She changed legislation so that women were allowed to wear trousers to work and weren't treated any differently from men, whether they worked in the police or the fire department. She also went on to become a fantastic criminal defence lawyer. Poppy's time in mission control blazed the way for many women who have followed in her footsteps, and she continues to fight for women's rights to this day. And here is our illustration of Poppy Northcutt and a quote from her. I started looking around at these dudes that were working with me, and I thought, I'm as smart as they are.